Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's discuss the very important final techno managerial round interview questions and answers asked in Infosys. Okay, so the very first question goes like, how do you test APIs under different user roles or permissions? For quick answer or the interview ready answer, you can tell the interview that to test APIs under different user roles, I follow a role based validation approach combined with authentication handling and negative testing. First, I identify all the user role, for example, admin, manager, user, guest roles. Then I create an access control matrix where which role can access which API and allowed operations like get, post, put, delete. And for example, admin has full access, user has read-only access, and guest has limited or no access. Each role has their own separate credentials. And then we use the tools like Rest Assured for API automation and Postman for manual API testing. Okay, then we generate the auth tokens for each role. You can give the snippet shot of this code, and then we validate the role based access by passing the token in header. Okay, and then after this we try to validate if the status code returning is properly expected or not. If it's 200 okay, then it's authorized access. If it's 403 forbidden, then the user has unauthorized access. And if we are receiving 401 unauthorized status, then it means that it's unauthenticated. Okay, so along with this we also try to perform negative testing. So that is what I mean, we try to access APIs with wrong role or incorrect role and expired tokens and with no tokens. Okay, the next question is to write a Java program to remove the duplicate characters from a given string. Okay, so there are two different approaches I have defined here. One using linked asset. The reason we are using linked asset because it preserves the order and removes the duplicates. Okay, so I have written a code, guys. They asked to share the screen and write this code, so be thorough with it. Okay, and I have given a sample output also. Similarly, we can perform the same using without collections. Okay, so you can learn any one. If you learn both also, then it's a good approach. Okay, so this is a real coding that I have shared by executing in online. Okay, the next question goes like, how do you handle null pointer exception in the automation frameworks? The interview ready answer you can give them is, most null pointer exception in automation frameworks come from driver mismanagement, improper page factory initialization, or due to null test data. Okay, so I focus on fixing the root cause rather than just handling the exceptions at high level. Okay, so this is how you can give the interview ready answer. And then the next question goes like, explain how would you debug, or sorry, how would you log meaningful errors for effective debugging? The interview ready answer you can give them that I log meaningful errors using structured logging with proper levels. That's by using the levels like info, debug, error, or etc. And always include context like test case name, which page or API, what's the input data and expected versus actual results. So, and then I also log request or response for APIs, capture screenshots for UI failures, and ensure logs clearly answer what failed, where it is failed, and why it is failed. Okay, so this is how you can answer this question. And then the next question they asked is similar to the one second guys. Okay, so the next question they asked is to write a Java program to validate if two strings are anagrams. So what exactly is anagrams means? Two strings are anagrams means if they contain the same characters with the same frequency. Okay, and you can tell them I compare them by sorting and using a character count, and you can give this example. So this is a Java program we showed to the interviewer by executing live during interview. Okay, so it's a easy program. Try to understand. I have written step by step uh, comments on what exactly is happening for each loops and blocks, please go through. Okay, and they might also ask you at DSA level to explain the time complexity and space complexity. Okay, some guys will ask, be thorough with that also. And then the next question, let's jump on to the next question, like how do you optimize memory usage in large test execution? There are several approaches, guys. I have written a clear example on how to answer this question, that you can maximize application context reuse by avoiding test specific configuration that force an expensive framework reloads, and then we can implement lazy loading mechanism, and we use iterators or streams instead of loading entire data sets into the memory. And third, we use resource pooling for database connection and browser instances to prevent object churn. And then we adjust JVM parameters, and then we perform throttle parallel execution to ensure combined memory footprint of concurrent threads doesn't exceed the available system RAM. So guys, this is interview question is at architect level, so they might ask you to explain in depth, so be thorough with that. But you can give some high level interview answer for this question, guys. Okay, this is not most relevant. Okay, the next question goes related to handling the test execution failures due to environment issues. Okay, how do you handle? Okay, so before executing, we perform a pre-flight check. That's nothing but we check the service health before running the suits or test executions, and then we retry the test cases. Sometimes it fails due to transient network issues, and then we isolate the things, like we use containers or mocks to reduce the external dependencies, and we categorize. We tag the environment related failures in reports to keep green status meaningful. Okay, this is how we handle test execution failures and analyze because of mainly because of environment issues. And then next question goes like, how do you rerun only failed test cases in pipeline? Okay, so you can answer this it's a straightforward question and has been almost all the interview. One using testng fail.xml and another using maven surefire rerun count or the plugin. Okay, so I have given the interview ready answer, you can explain as it is. Okay, the next question goes like, how do you ensure test reports are clearly understandable for non-technical stakeholders? Okay, it means that sometimes BA or PO, they might reach out to you and they ask you to explain the reports present or triggered. Okay, so but how do you ensure that it's clearly understandable to them? So that is the question, tricky question. So you can tell that we use BDD style naming to explain what is being tested rather than how it is being tested. We utilize dashboards with clear visual trends and also include screenshots or videos if necessary for failures, and we map the tests to business features and provide a clear go no go summary. Okay, so with the help of this, without needing the need to read off code, we enable non-technical users to make informed decisions. Okay, this is how you can answer in short and sweet form. The next question goes like, how do you handle parallel execution conflicts? Okay, so this is also a straightforward question. You can answer them as it is. Okay, as I mentioned in the document. Okay, guys, for next these are the next set of interview questions, and you can find the answers for all these interview questions in the link that I have provided in the comment box or in the description or in the channel community post. Please do check out and let me know if you have any queries or questions. And if you are looking for end-to-end interview questions along with detailed answers on how to crack interviews, please do check out my channel description or the comments or the description of this video. You'll get a link, so please go through it and let me know if you have any queries or doubts. There we try to cover almost all the interview questions as across all the companies, including product based companies, service based companies and startup companies, and and mid-sized companies also. Okay guys, and it contains almost 10,000 plus real-time interview questions along with scenario and situation based interview questions with detailed answers and study materials and notes. Okay, it's a complete preparation kit. Please do check out and let me know if you have any queries. Thank you so much for watching my video. Keep rocking, keep testing.